Morning, everybody. Judd Crandall here from Ludlow, Maine. The boys called me, told me they needed a wise old man to tell the intro for this here podcast. So I came down the rickety road to tell y'all sometimes getting high and laughing is better. It's just better. And when things die, sometimes they better be left dead. Well, anyway, I could ramble on about the dead and the living for as long as the road goes. But I'm here to do a job, and that job is to tell y'all the intro to this here podcast. The boys here talk about AIDS, the funniest STD there is. AIDS, of course. Some AIDS stories. Then they touch on the Game of Thrones. That's coming out soon now. Might watch that with the missus there Sunday.
The dwarf's cock has magic powers.
Wait, you can't just hand a dried cock to a merchant and expect him to pay for it. He has to know it came from a dwarf. And how could he know? Unless he sees the dwarf.
It will be a dwarf-sized cock.
Guess again.
The dwarf lives until we find a cock merchant.
A good beer in the Game of Thrones. I love me some of that. Hopefully there's some fucking wars and shit, because last season was kind of boring. They talk about jobs and employment, where the boy how worked in that now.
Huh?
What else? Injuries. One of them fell off a balcony. The other one, this little puppy left his...
Wiggly wiggly.
One of them fell off a balcony and the other one left his little piggly wiggly toe get all freaking infected. Till that thing was singing like a choir bird in the 4th of July.
4th of July.
What else? What are the other ones? Injuries? That's like
Pet
it, right?
Cemetery.
Yeah. I don't know, of course, we finished with the harrowing stories of Pet Cemetery. Something I know deep down about, and how Drake's gonna cry his little baby eyes out just because an old man like me dies. And anytime an old person dies, Drake cries even though old people die all the goddamn time. Well, that's all I got for you folks. Hope you enjoy. And remember, dead's better. And a man's heart is stony. And that rud up there, that chews up animal there right. Okay, those are all the quotes I know. Enjoy.
Shit, son.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
What's up, everybody?
Finally at 15, boys.
15.
We're living the dream.
You gave us some instructions about what number it was, and I zoned out for it. And
missed
I
it.
just remember the last thing you said was like, all right, you guys good with that? And I was like, sure.
There's something
Don't
about the
worry, Brian.
future.
Yeah. We nailed it.
I remember
We're
the
past.
instructions at this point, boys. Start the circle jerk.
All right.
All right.
Oh, that's what I agreed to.
Everybody.
Who's gonna be the first?
Reach
Chris,
out
you
your
wanna
left
do like
hand.
an ASMR unzip. He's wearing sweatshirts.
I have sweatshorts on.
Can you just pull the elastic
Actually,
sexually?
they have zipper pockets, so.
I'm gonna pull my dick out.
Oh, shit.
My zipper pocket.
Well, I mean, like. Oh, wait, sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
do it slow,
everybody.
do it slow.
I got it.
And just ripping. Have you guys ever like?
Ah, my dick got caught.
Have you ever done that?
Got my dick caught in my jeans.
I had a really close call, and I got like some of my nut, not my actual nut, but like the scrot.
Yeah.
The scrot. Just
part.
my nutsack. I got some in there, and I like yanked it, and I did have to like pull it out of a little gear.
Were you free balling in jeans?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That's risky.
I almost cut my dick with.
Excuse me, everybody.
I feel like anytime that happens, though, it's because, like, there's been some kind of circumstance that's gone on where you're like, I have to free ball in jeans. There's nothing else I can do.
I kind of think like.
Because that's the only that's like it's happened to me often.
I've had it sometimes. I've had like where
You've
I'm
like chosen to free ball in jeans.
No, where I'm like, it's been like swamp ass has been the reason. Where I'm like, oh my god, my underwear is like soaked with like dick and ass and ball sweat, and I was just like, nah, yeah.
So you just like take it off and throw
Throw
it
it in the trash can.
and then go the rest
Yeah, I've
of
never
the
been
day.
like home, because if I was, I'd just change, but yeah, if you found like a sweaty like soaked pair of underwear, you know, chances are it's me. And if you listen to the podcast, that's an extra treat.
Yeah. Now you know who's leaving those all over your mom's bedroom.
I'm always there, and it just sweats
How did
so
you find
much.
out your mom was having an affair? Well, I kept finding these soaked boxers all over the place.
It's kind of like the tooth fairy, except you don't get any money, and Ryan's banging your mom.
Yeah.
Which will lead to a messy divorce.
Which is a lot like the tooth fairy when I
A
grew up.
very messy divorce.
We were just
Unless
talking
your
about,
dad's a
we were
cock.
just talking about messy divorces. You want to
Yeah.
recap that?
So basically I sent like a bad message on. I made a joke about divorce, which I thought was like a good opener for on Bumble, and it didn't work, and chick got super offended.
Bumble's the one where the chicks pick you, right?
Yeah, so I felt
Ooh,
even more
damn.
special, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you really
Yeah.
blew it.
Yeah.
So close.
Dude, what the fuck is that though, man? Like, I feel like, how are you gonna get offended by like a divorce joke when obviously it was like just like more of a joke about small talk? I feel like that's what it was.
Yeah. Well, do you want to say the joke? It was something about how, like, your dad's never going to love you as much as, like, his new Ferrari and condo, right?
No, I said something about like I kept going.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it, actually.
I don't want to do this.
All right, moving
I
on.
hate this.
All right, so just a little dick thing. I, like, almost cut my dick really bad with, what's that shit called?
A razor?
It's like that...
Scissors?
The
Switchblade?
box cutter.
What the fuck were you
box cutter with, dude?
by your dick?
I was just so angry. No, I fucking... I worked with, like, Austin and Patrick.
I was working
like,
in a
Richmond.
sexy warehouse.
Yeah. Where I'm naked and I have a sharp box cutter. After
Like
this
sexy
story,
painting.
you guys should tell a story that involves a box cutter after the story. I'll let you give you some time to
The
think
AIDS
about
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that would be great. I was like super excited. Alright, so like I was like doing like
I got it.
it was like contract work,
Yeah.
and like we would like crawl in like crawl spaces and like sleep there all day, and like the last like 15 minutes we would like actually work. It was super weird. I don't know why I did that shit, but we were like doing this like bathroom remodel or something.
Yeah.
It was like the first time that it wasn't like a crawl space, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And I was like cutting this like I was cutting something on this table, and I was cutting towards myself. And I pulled
Don't
it,
do
and I
that.
lost my like hand, and like basically swiped, and I just feel like it's like a fresh slice across my jeans, and it just kind of opens, and then I see like the next layer is like my underwear, and then I feel like a slight pain, and I'm like, oh my god, it's hanging on by like. I'm just in shock,
God.
and I'm ready to like.
What if you did it and you felt your head fall down like your pants?
Oh my god! That would be, oh Jesus!
It like falls out of the bottom of your pants.
Dude.
I feel like I'd step on it to try to hide it from everybody. What is that? A dickhead on your foot? No.
What? It was a
Not
big
at all.
bug.
And dude,
Yeah.
even if you get that reattached forever, you're the
It's
guy that
fucked up.
lost his dickhead.
Yeah. So I
No one's not
did
gonna
just
say it. I'm
like
not
prick it a tiny bit, which is like it's like when you like walk in the street and you almost get hit by a car.
Yeah.
You're like fuck. You're like oh shit, because I hit it. I basically like I gave my dick a taste. It's like listen, you can come off.
Now you know who the boss is.
You can come off.
Here's some sour candies if you're.
It'd be nothing to get rid of you.
Gotta get mad at yourself.
Not gonna get it for you.
Yeah. You can lead a man to candy, but you can't make him eat.
Let me tell you, it's really sour now. You like that?
It's so sour. I'm gonna pass on it.
But yeah, let's bleep up. But it was when we were working there with I forget the dude's name, but the gay like manager dude who had AIDS. So it's not like I'm not like just guessing he has AIDS because he was gay. Like it was on his medical paperwork, which I probably wasn't supposed to see. But
Now, one time I was kind of snooping around
no, I think Betty showed me.
on Facebook.
But like, yeah, I cut myself with like a box cutter there, and it was one that like apparently Sonny told me that he had cut himself with like earlier. I was just freaking out. And I went back to the bathroom and I like opened it up like, you know when you cut because it's like it's thin but it was pretty deep.
Yeah.
So I literally like opened it up and put like antibacterial soap in it. I was burning the shit out of myself, but I was like scrubbing it with peroxide.
Oh my god.
all types of shit, just in this open wound.
Did you think you had AIDS?
Yeah. I had AIDS, dude.
Did you ever go like a?
No.
But I feel okay, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I would have caught up to you by now.
Drinks at 30, just like lose a ton of weight. Be like,
Yeah,
what?
I weigh like 50 pounds and I have like.
I still got a
black spots all
metabolism.
over me.
No, you bitches
What's up
talking
with
about?
your back? That was just some acne. Those look like lesions.
They do like
know what they are.
That'd be funny if it was like the PrEP commercial, where it's like people that are like having sex with people that have HIV. You're like, I take PrEP because I work in a place with a lot of box cutters, and that guy has AIDS.
Most of the people I work with have AIDS.
That dude was funny, yeah. He's kind of like sick. He's kind of sexually harassed me too. Because one time, the first time like I worked with him, like we had the employee discount right, but managers had to check you out. So I asked him to like check me out because I was trying to get some food, and he's like, "Okay, step back," and I like stepped away from the counter, and I'm not thinking of anything, and he like literally like stares me up and down. He's like, "Oh, you look great," and I was like, "Motherfucker," and I'm like 16. And he's like 30, remember? This dude was weird. He had like a long.
Cashed in a lawsuit.
He was like balding, but had like a big ponytail down to like the top of his butt.
Oh, I knew Zach. That guy did have AIDS. He was in really great shape.
He
For someone
he would
bad?
he would
Yeah.
see he
Or
would
just
see
in
kids
general.
buy like Pokemon cards, and
was
he'd go
weird,
get
man. He
his
was
and like
helping
trade them with
everybody
kids and shit.
Wow.
Yeah,
He would. Wasn't? Didn't he have a boyfriend though? Like, wasn't his boyfriend was coming in?
big military guy, big like bush looking.
In the Navy. In the Navy. I'm in the Navy. I'm in the Navy. I don't know, it's just,
He did wear one of those little like outfits, the little
Like
boy
little-
sailor outfits, like the Elton John number.
I'll just like platform, but he like hit his head on the fucking entryway.
But yeah, I don't think I have AIDS though. So
You look pretty good. You don't look like you.
Yeah. You look like Magic Johnson AIDS.
I got the ones that made me better
Yeah.
But it was
But go
at a
win the
cost.
at a dire cost.
You know he retired because people in like I think the last game he was playing in, like he cut his hand or something like that, and everyone was just like, "Well, fuck, like I'm not fucking with that shit at all." That's why he retired.
Yeah.
But I think they kicked him out for like a little bit because of that.
I think when he
too.
first like found out he had it, yeah.
And then he had to come back, but then yeah.
So that was like right at the I feel like the hype of the.
Were there like allegations
Basically,
that
right?
he was like gay for that? Because I feel like that was the only way people thought you could get it at that time. You know, because they're so fucking
No, I think so.
evil.
They
That's what
were
they thought.
saying-
That's what they
you-
thought about
you,
the
like,
dude in Dallas Fires. They were like,
There was like some
hey.
quote from
He's
him
like,
where he was
"No, I'm
just
not."
like, he basically said he's just like after games it was just weird, just like fucking like anything, in, like the hotel. He's like,
So like dudes?
no, he didn't say dudes, but he said like there's literally like so many women he has no idea who he got it from.
But did they? I don't think they always thought it was just like a gay thing.
I thought at first, yeah, because that's they try to like.
I thought it was like more prevalent, but like chicks were definitely getting AIDS too.
Jenny,
Jenny from the Block.
Forrest Gump.
I'm still
I was
Jenny
like,
from
I was
the
like,
Block.
yo, Jennifer Lopez
Used to have a
looks
little.
great for someone who has. AIDS.
Now I got a lot,
Aniston,
Yeah.
but I'm still Jenny
Jenny
from the Block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that picture of her? Holy hell!
Whew.
She's Jennifer Lopez.
She's like a
Stripper.
bad Spanish Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Is that Jennifer name?
you just,
I'll show you, dude. You're gonna freak out when you see.
You see those like camera things they do now on the red carpet? That was another thing we saw with her, or I saw with her, where like they do them with like the Oscars now, and it's like a camera that like swoops in and it does that slow mo like around them like shot.
yeah. God damn.
Doesn't it look like it was taken like 20 years ago?
Yeah, I don't like the six pack though.
I'm kind of into it.
Really? No, I don't like it. It's too much because like
Well,
I'm
she's, like,
picturing I'm
45
picturing like mid
I think
orgasm.
she's older than that, dude.
I'm picturing her orgasming and it just tightening up so
She's
much.
so ripped. She's so
Yeah.
ripped.
She got an 8-pack when she's coming, dude.
And she's kind of got a little boobie, so I bet she's got like some pectoral you're seeing in there too. If she's flexing them, I don't know.
No, I just see booby there.
Yeah, I agree.
Her neck looks like. I mean, this is definitely like she said. Like I'm not gonna do carbs or sugars for like some amount of time. But what's his name still look bloated as a motherfucker? Is Alex Rodriguez?
A-Rod?
Yeah. Let's see.
I would too if I had that much money.
Like he looks just about the same. So I think she was just on that grind.
You remember like who was that dude? I think it was. I forget the guy. It was an ex-baseball player, and he was like tweeting about how like A-Rod's just cheating on Jennifer Lopez. Yeah. What is his name?
In New York, something like that.
Yeah. Manny Machado, maybe?
I feel like all of these celebrities cheat on each other, like all the time.
Does that sound familiar, Manny Machado?
Manny Machado does sound, but I feel like I'm thinking of like a UFC thing.
I feel like these people have that much money that they just do whatever the fuck they want. Like Jennifer Lopez, like, you think there's no way.
Jennifer
I don't think
Lopez, Cardi B, and Constance Wu are going to be...
That's that stripper movie.
Yeah, and then also is going to be Lily Reinhart, Keke Palmer, who was in that Spelling Bee movie with Lawrence Fishburne. Just so you guys, you know.
What?
No, there's a reason why I said that. It's funny because she was in that movie about the same time that he was like, "Fuck, my daughter's getting fucked on camera."
Yeah.
And they really bonded that movie. I think it was like a therapy for him.
Does she still do porn? His daughter? Is she still like committed to that?
Well,
Jose Canseco was saying it.
what?
He said,
Jose Canseco.
watching World of Dance, watching J-Lo text Alex Rodriguez, little does she know that he's cheating on her with my ex-wife, Jessica. Poor girl, she has no idea who he really is.
What a fuck.
He said, Alex Rodriguez, I challenge you to a polygraph. Are you man enough to face me? And then he said, Jennifer Lopez, I hear you're a very good person. I'm sorry that you're caught up in the middle of this, but the truth has to be told. Jessica, you're calling me a liar. You just forced me to defend myself and tell the truth. Comes the biggest story ever about Alex Rodriguez and himself. He said some shit, too, about, like, fighting,
A-Rod?
How old is he?
He's like, I challenge you to an MMA style competition.
What is it?
Bare knuckle
I feel like he's not doing shit, so he's probably just trying to get, like, juiced up, right?
Something. I think they've had beef, though, for a while.
I think Lawrence
I'm not a big
Fishburne's
baseball
daughter stopped
guy.
doing porn, too. This is a picture of her. It's a mugshot. This is like the first thing that came
Lawrence Fishburne.
It's fucked up.
She got
Her daughter, his daughter did porn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess he, like, disowned her for a while. He was like, fuck you.
I mean, I think I would, too. I'd be pretty pissed about that.
Yeah.
He must have been like
I don't like nothing against
dick,
like
right?
working in porn, but I feel like if you have like good opportunities,
And she did.
yeah. I mean, like all the power to the women that go through it and like get out on top of it, but
Literally.
hey, but like, if you're coming from like a celebrity family, like I don't think you need to do porn.
Yeah, I feel like she was. I think she said that she did it to get back at her dad.
Yeah, he must. I feel like he was like must have been like a dick or
He
something.
looks like a strict ass father. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever seen the movie Experiment?
No.
No.
It's about that little movie corner. Come on, boys.
Let's go.
It's about like that Stanford experiment, where like some people are prisoners and some people are guards.
Yeah.
He's in that, and he gets like a hard on every time he like disciplines somebody. That's like his thing. There's like a
took
scene
that?
where like he beats the shit out of like a dude for like disobeying orders, and he goes in the bathroom and just looks at himself, and then pans out.
He
And
gets,
he's
like,
just
a
got like
hard-on,
he's just
yeah.
got like a boner like down his leg.
They did that in the new movie too.
No.
The boner in that?
Yeah, and they gave him like he looked like one of the cops from like Reno 911.
That's for sure a thing though.
Yeah.
Or like
Get off on power.
no, but that ends with like the experiment of like
Yeah, they did
you
that.
give humans power and like they're always gonna abuse it pretty much. Like if you put them like a higher tier above someone else, like they're gonna eventually like abuse the lower tier like people pretty
Yeah.
much.
How do we fix that?
Huh?
How do we stop that?
I don't think you can. It's human
Nobody has
nature.
power. Everybody has power. It's like Musketeers. They knew how to.
Yeah, I think you're always going to want to be like. So it's always going to be like some part of a.
You just
some
try to
kind of
like
competition.
you try to get secondhand. I mean, I think once aliens come, I think that will like help us, like be like united as a people. But like, I mean, I feel like that's kind of like what racism and all that stuff stems from is like insecure people's need to like abuse their eyes, a lower class like citizen kind of shit. You know? And obviously us treating African Americans like second class citizens for all those years, kind of like enforce that. And now we're just kind of like fighting to get that out of our society. But even like without that, I feel like there's always like
There's always
race.
going to be like some people that hate other people for some reason.
They need an others. They need an other
Yeah.
group to like point their fingers at. You know.
You know what's crazy? I was watching that Rome show.
Yeah.
It's funny because like
Rome, the sports guy? Jim Rome?
Rome is burning. What the? It's
That's
called, like,
outrageous.
Roman Empire. It's actually pretty tight. It's like a History Channel show, but like they show boobies and stuff
Hot.
and like fighting.
Like,
So many.
Spartacus, dude. Spartacus shows movies.
Yeah, Spartacus shows like dick too.
Oh, I mean,
Cock, as they say. That was weird. I was like, yeah, I was like, cock. Ugh.
By Olympus's cock.
Cock. Yeah.
Get
But,
your barbarian cunt over here.
But yeah, it's like all the tribes they were fighting. They're like
Filthy
they're calling them
bitch.
like barbarians and shit. It's like they're all in like what is like Germany and
Yeah, they're
all these like
Germanic.
super white like they're like the West was built on like white people. I was like no, it was like Syrians and like Mediterraneans and like Egyptians like fought you. It's
Yeah.
like brown people fought you and like they were like just like a little thing that gets left out a lot. But I was like, oh yeah. Pretty crazy.
yeah. That's history, dude. History is written by the winners.
Yep.
Speaking of shows coming out, Game of Thrones starts tomorrow.
Dude, I'm so psyched.
So we're gonna miss it though.
I think it's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
I hope it's gonna be cool. I hope the battles are cool.
Yeah.
This one's probably
I
gonna
feel
be a
like
straight battle, right?
I know. I think this one's gonna be real
Set it.
slow.
Yeah. This one's only gonna be 55 minutes, I think, too.
The other ones are like hours and a half and stuff.
Yeah, I'm kind of pissed. This one's only.
Yeah, but it's just gonna be the intro shit.
Yeah.
There'll probably be some action.
That's what's like. I'm always like psyched the Game of Thrones is starting back up, but I always know after the first episode.
Like it'll probably show the White Walkers attacking like Last Hearth and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the like town right after the wall?
Yeah, it's the closest town to the wall.
With
Yeah.
the fucking dragon now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like
And all the
every
giants
season,
and
like
shit.
every season, the very first episode, I always like at the very end, I'm always feeling, fuck, man, that was cool, but at the same time, it's like
Yeah.
all like setting shit up for the
I
whole.
don't know, maybe they'll like pull some tricks out and like go back to what they used to do and like surprise people.
Yeah.
Like what if they did some crazy shit like this episode? Like it starts with like Beric and Tormund, everyone at the wall just getting like executed and raised. That'd be pretty nuts.
That would be pretty fucking crazy.
Especially Beric Dondarrion too, because like
People love
Yeah.
it.
he's died and come back so many times, and like now that Thoros is dead, he was probably already being like, damn, if I die this time, I'm finally gonna get to die.
Yeah.
And then he dies and then gets brought back as like a zombie.
That would be.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
shit.
completely out of his control now too, because he's already complaining about like every time he comes back, he like loses a little bit of himself, you
And then
know.
he would've, like,
But
lost.
now he just loses everything.
Yeah.
The Night Team takes it all.
I'm just interested to see how like the whole. Fucking,
But they're not gonna do that because they're lame.
I just want to see how the whole
D&D
series like
lame.
unfolds.
That'd be pretty cool if you nailed it on the head and we find out like
If they did that, that'd be dope. But
Just put a bet on it.
I'm just not really. I'm not really fucking. I don't know. I'm just not like. I don't think they're gonna do anything like special with the show now. I feel like they're gonna tell a pretty straightforward story.
Yeah.
they either win or lose.
Yeah. I think the main thing is like what they did to Tyrion. I hate how like they just didn't know how to write Tyrion like George R. R. Martin knew how to write Tyrion. So when they ran out of like lines and like story plots for him to do, they just make him into like he's just like a drunk like punchline now.
Yeah.
That's like all he does. He comes up with like dumbass ideas that he would never like say, and it's just like
You can tell he's almost like a different character in like the first what, like 5 seasons.
yeah, for sure.
And these like this last one,
He's so
seemed like,
witty
he
and
seems
smart
so
and
like
shit.
now he seems like so much more mature than like in the first couple seasons where he's like going to whorehouses and like just drunk all the time, or like where I know he's like not like drinking now as much, but like still like personality wise he's like completely different.
Yeah. Well, they I don't know. It seems they just make him into like a
He's like Daenerys' bitch.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And now that she's fucking John, he's like naughty. Like
Yeah.
that scene at the end of the last season where like she's fucking John, he's just out like listening.
Yeah.
And like in the shadows, like what the fuck is
I
that?
didn't get what that was.
They're gonna make it like because Tyrion's I guess in love with Dany too. Which like I get that part kind of like, but I don't think he's out there listening to like her fuck. Like what the fuck?
Yeah. Maybe they
I feel
make
like
him do some
it's just
awful
more shit to like emasculate them. Yeah, I've seen some shit like, is he gonna betray her?
I don't know.
But who's he gonna betray her for? 'Cause that's the thing. They've drawn like, I feel like a pretty distinct line.
You don't think he would do like some? Because I was thinking if he does like a double cross for like Cersei, she's gonna kill him like the second.
Yeah.
He thinks he's like chill.
And he believes in the White Walkers now. Like he's he's team. Like that shit's definitely coming.
Yeah, I think he's too smart to be like, I'm gonna throw a wrench in any of this.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's now it's just like everybody against Cersei. There's no other side.
I don't understand why they're like the Golden Company shit's stupid too. Like I mean,
guess they must come in.
Unless that leads into like a really cool battle, I'll understand why they did it. But like honestly, like I don't know, the whole Euron character they like fucking fudged super hard.
Yeah,
he's nowhere near as cool as he is. They don't even have Victarion.
He's like one of my favorite guys. Shit, right?
Who?
Victarion?
Victarion's like, yeah, he's the one that's going to like marry Dany. He's got like a strong ass lava arm because it got like he took a sword like through his like palm like down to his wrist.
Yeah.
But then he was getting infected. But he gets like they bring this like one of the fucking fire priests on board because like, he gets in a shipwreck, Makoro. And he like heals it, but it makes it into like crackling like black flesh with like looks like there's like lava underneath it, and it's like hella strong. He like picked motherfuckers up and like crushed their heads and shit now with it.
Yeah, they don't have that shit at all.
And he's like a big like 6 foot tall like huge ass Viking motherfucker.
What's Euron doing? Euron's just like the king of he's not king of the Iron Islands.
Yeah, but he's up to some like Lovecraftian shit. Like he's collecting all these like religious people in the bow of his like ship, the Silence.
Yeah,
and he's making them like pray to him. He's giving them like LSD so they see these like trips and shit. Like he captured his brother Aeron Damphair, and he's like down there and like he feeds him the Shade of the Evening shit because Euron's like addicted to it, which is like the LSD shit that the warlocks drink. And he sees like Euron on like the Iron Throne with like all the other gods like impaled on like the swords, and then like his face falls off, and like then he sees him as like a big like Cthulhu creature. And he's talking, he's like trying to end the world basically. Because he's talking about like this world will end and like from the charnel pits and the ashes will rise like a new world. And he's like, my world. He's got like a suit of Valyrian armor, or Valyrian steel armor.
Damn. That's like way, like just the two last guys sound way cooler than everybody's.
Dude, they're so nuts. He's crazy. And he's
There's
like.
a lot of him in the show. Because in the show, I feel like they make him kind of like a. He seems like.
I mean, he's pretty bad. They've combined him and like Victarion. Because like the axe stuff, like when he raids that ship and like all that stuff, that's like Victarion, like being crazy with the axe. Euron's more of like a smart, calculating. But he's like fucked. Like he like raped his brother, like the brother he has captured. He like raped him like a bunch when he was a kid, and like he torments him about that on the ship too. Because he'd be like, because he wants them to pray to him. That's like his whole thing. He's collecting these holy men to pray to him for some reason. But he's telling them like about like their childhood. He's like, I always used to hear you, and I'd be like, I wonder if you were praying that I chose you or chose your brother. And he's like, and the like, I don't know, just like having like your fucking like older brother say that shit to you is like pretty fucked. And he's like chained up like naked, and he's like waist deep in water. And he says when the water goes away, like there's like rats crawling on him and shit. He's been in the boat for like months. But then they bring down like the warlocks that are out to chase Dany. Yeah. He like captures them, and like one of them has his legs cut off, and the other one, and they said he killed like there's 3 of them, and he killed one of them and made the other ones like eat those warlocks. So this is all from like the Forsaken chapter, which is like it's in the Winds of Winter. But he read it at like a Comic-Con or some one of those like events or whatever. So like people have like the stuff, but like the chapter ends with him taking his brother up on the bow of the ship and like tying him to the mast, and then he brings his like pregnant like chick that he takes. Because he takes like Saul wife or whatever and knocks her up, and he takes her and ties her to the bow of the ship too with like his brother, and the brother's like trying to talk to her, and then he realizes that her tongue's cut out.
Damn.
So he's like up to some shit. He's got like barrels of blood. I don't know. He's doing like some crazy like big blood sacrifice. Like I don't know.
So he's just trying to end the world.
But some motherfuckers think like he's working with like Bloodraven, because his symbol, like his flag, that is his new thing he's rocking, is a red eye with a crown above it, carried by 2 like black ravens.
Yeah, I feel like how the fuck can the show not have?
And Euron has 1 eye too, and like Bloodraven's whole thing is like 1,000 eyes in one. He's got the red eye on the flag. So we were like, ooh, I don't know.
I'm guessing like 7. I'm guessing the books are gonna be like fucking way different than the show.
Because I don't trust Bloodraven either, for real.
Did I say he's like a Targaryen or something too?
Well, he is a bastard. Yeah, he's Brendan Rivers. So he is a bastard Targaryen that was legitimized. But like I think like because George R. R. Martin likes to subvert shit, you know. So like I think his like the subversion for him because he's like the old like Yoda character, you know, that like lives in the cave is supposed to teach Bran like his mystic arts and all this shit. But like I don't know, I think him and maybe the children are up to more like sinister shit than they're leading on.
Yeah, I've heard that theory before.
Like I think like because like Bran is like supposed to be this powerful like green seer and shit, you know. So like maybe they just want to pull him into like the tree net. You know, use his
life force.
Yeah, use his power because like if he gets absorbed into like the net and they all get to like harness it because that's the whole like werewood tree thing is like blended consciousnesses, you know.
Yeah,
it's everyone's consciousness going in there. It's
like their version, like the internet almost.
Yeah.
Right?
So like if he adds to that, then they all get that. So like maybe that's why they want him down there, you know.
Huh. Yeah, that's crazy. Like the show would have to go on. I feel like for at least like 2 or 3 more seasons to do any of that stuff.
Yeah, I think like I don't know. I think it'd be cool like if. I think he is going to release. I think he's closer to the books being done than he's like leading on. And I think like once the show's over, like the smartest marketing thing in the world would for him to be like
wait and then just
and be like, hey, all the people that like love that show, guess what? Here's like more Game of Thrones stuff.
Yeah,
and it's like this is like how the offer like wanted it all to happen. There's like more characters. There's more things.
You get like a second chance to like see it different. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Like you saw a fucked up movie and then they came out with another one like.
And then once the books are like complete, if they did like a big like movie series or something, you know, that'd be like that was like
dude, that would be tough.
That was like strictly book accurate.
It would have like get that movie out though.
What do you
know
mean?
What I'm saying? Like even that shit you were talking about, where like the guy just like rapes his brother a bunch of times. Like they would not be able to. We couldn't get that.
They probably have to maybe.
They have to do
you could make it our movie though.
I mean, yeah, you could make it an R movie, but like.
I feel like there's some movies where people get sexually assaulted.
Not like
you don't have to show him being raped though. Okay. They just kind of like hint at it. Like the shit is like
you don't think like
because they never even explicitly say like I rape your ass.
That shit in the show.
Like
there's like incest already and like
there's forced sex.
But like there's been rape on the show.
Yeah, and he's never like strictly like hey remember when I raped you? But like basically like the whole time like. Because you read the Aeron dude, the dude who gets sexually assaulted, you read him as a POV chapter, and he has dreams about like a creaking door hinge, and like on like stormy nights and like scary shit, and like that's always like he has PTSD about it. So like when Euron like connects the dots later on, is like I always remember hearing you like through the door like whimpering and like shit, like I don't know whatever fucked up shit he says. That's like when people are like oh, that's probably what the door hinge like people are like kind of connecting it.
But I'm saying that plus everything else. You think we'd be able, like, they'd be, like, the studio able to get away with?
All the shit that they do on the show. I mean, they already do some shit like that on the show.
I don't know. Even if it's, like, HBO, I don't know if they would, like...
It would be, like, I feel like it would be, like, whatchamacallit, like a streaming service.
Yeah, there's always that,
know how they do
we also don't know how, like, I mean, like... Because, the books aren't going to be finished probably for, like, another 10 years, I would guess.
Damn.
I don't know. I mean, I think the next book's going to come out soon.
With them within 5. I think he's got
above
out within 5. I think 6 is done. I think Winds of Winter's like done.
I think so too.
I think by Christmas, I think everyone's got Winds of Winter, and then I think give it a year, maybe 2 years in between for him to build up hype, and then he releases 7.
I mean, that'd be fucking awesome. Yeah. But like in that case, then like the movies or whatever would come out like 8 years. We don't know what like the landscape of cinema looks like then. But, like, there's definitely a very good possibility that it would be, like, through a streaming service.
Yeah.
Even if HBO was like, hey, let's do some more shit with that.
Because he's got to have, like, because if this is the last season, he at least knew, like, I feel like he was at least, they definitely came to him, like, all right, well, what happens in the last book? And he was able to give them enough stuff for them to, like, piece together some version of what they think might happen, right? So he's obviously got, like, stuff written for his last book.
Honestly, don't think he like really gave them like the ending. I don't think he did.
He's just like testing some shit out. He's like, let's see what this is.
I think he gave her some like big plot points. I still like I don't know. I'm like one of those people that I don't even want to concede like the Jon Snow is actually Aegon's like kid shit. Even though I'm pretty sure like it's pretty irrefutable now, but I don't know.
I feel like that shit's like
I like him being Ned's son still.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just don't like Aegon. But like I get it. I mean, like it definitely makes.
You don't like what's his
I don't like him being a Targaryen.
Rhaegar? You
Yeah,
don't like Rhaegar?
I think it's better if he is just like a bastard kid. Because I think that's like, you know.
To be honest, his whole like story arc's kind of like. I mean, they've done that in a million other stories where it's like the kid who's like comes from nothing becomes king.
Yeah.
Like that's what isn't that Aragorn? Isn't that Aragorn's thing in?
More or less. I don't think he'll become king though. He'll probably turn it down. I don't think he wants that. This isn't really like funny right now. We're just talking about Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's a comedy podcast.
Well, it's tomorrow. What do you want us to do?
We just got too high and got excited about Game of Thrones.
You know how it goes. Let's see. Let's just pack in a few more good ones, and then.
Yeah, I don't anything funnier. Oh wait, yeah, I did that.
That was kind of funny.
That was weird. What was his name? Was it Tony?
Nah, I want to say it was like Chris or like Nick or something. Oh, there's one other thing with him. One time I was eating like Jersey Mike's in the back. He's like, "Ooh, is that a Philly cheesesteak?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Did you get peppers on it?" And I was like, "Nah, I don't really like peppers." And he goes, "I love peppers, but they don't like me." And he's like tapping his tummy.
I remember that.
I just fucking died laughing. I was like,
Dude, that job was so much fun, dude. I ate so much candy.
oh my god. That's like where I got like 10 of my like all 10 of the cavities in my mouth.
dude.
I'm pretty sure like from there. I couldn't tell you how many times like I worked there. Probably ate like a thing of Nerds and like 3 packs like Hubba Bubba. Or like some other shit,
wild.
and then just went home and didn't even brush my teeth. But I just passed out when I got home.
You wake up, your teeth are just like so much.
Yeah,
Who's that? Who's that kid? Brandon? That like super
that
weird like
motherfucker.
yeah. And we would just like put him on the register and just like smoke in the back. Come back here if you need us. There's a lot of people out there, you know, going out.
What's that movie?
Fuck back out there.
That's wild.
They made me a key holder.
Yeah,
Should have never done that.
dude, that was the best for your
What was
keel.
the
Dude, that's like the
access
shit.
to-
Just having me manage like
That's the shit you get to do. Like if Drake was a key holder, you'd go in, you just like you'd smoke in the back, and if whoever's there, well, whoever else was there was like running register all day.
Yeah,
they were just
and then-
out and like.
and then we
the
just
store by himself.
reshop, which means like mostly we're just chilling, and at the end of the night we gotta like pick the store up.
Yeah.
But just like
That sounds tight.
I mean, it's just like having me just like I was like 18, like it was just right when I turned 18, so like, and I just like get to like boss people around. I mean, I was a good manager. I was chilling, and everything, got everything done that they needed to get done, but like,
Yeah.
definitely took advantage of some free food.
Dude, that place is so much fun. Great times. Great times. We should go get jobs back.
You know, like, work part
This
time.
podcast thing doesn't work out, you know?
Dude.
Or even if it does.
When I left, the manager was a fucking prick. When I left and went to like the dude was like fucking I don't know, some white trash motherfucker with like teeth falling out.
Ugh.
He's gross.
Ooh, you don't seem as fun as
Yeah. You're not my
like
Betty.
this as much.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah. The fucking was fun, I guess. Worked like warehouse there. Except fucking I would hate like in the back there we'd have like these like huge ass like towers, and there'd be this like platform lift thing that would go like probably like 15 feet up in the air. But like anything above like 10 feet, it would wobble if you like moved at all. Like it would wobble so much, and I'm so afraid of heights. But I have to like go up it to get TVs and shit down.
Jesus, like
Or,
heavy ass
yeah, or like
boxes.
fridges and shit, and like holy shit. Most of the TVs, like I wouldn't go like because like I said, like you could get up to 10 feet, right? And like right at 10 feet, even if like I mean if you like shook it, you could like shake it, but like you stepping isn't doing anything, right? So I get to right there, and then I have to like reach up above my head and like pick TVs up and pull them down, because I'd rather do that than go up like the 11 feet, because then like literally like if you move an inch, it's like and it's just wobbling the whole fucking thing. I hate it, dude. I wanted to fucking die on that thing. My palms would get so sweaty, like a no joke. Like my hands are getting sweaty now, just like
Oh, damn, dude, those are like wet.
I'm just like thinking about it. Just like how high.
That's
I'm-
making my palms.
Do you do roller coasters?
Huh?
Do you do roller coasters?
Yeah, I can do some. Yeah.
Okay.
My
But because that's not like a
lawn.
personal, like, yeah, exactly. Same
about,
shit.
like, tower?
But like, I don't have to do anything. You know, I'm just stuck in a chair. It has to be like in a cart though. I hate the ones where my feet hang. I can't. do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that,
locked.
dude.
Do you do the drop towers?
No.
I can't.
Those are like the. There's one in Kings Dominion where like basically it's just like you go straight up and it just spins. It's not even that crazy, but you're so high and there's just visually you see that it's like nothing but pavement below you.
We were at I don't know if it was Kings Dominion or like one of them, but Channing wanted me to do the one where like you're in like a belt thing and they like bring you up and then they let you go and you like swing.
Those shits are crazy.
And I was like, I'm not fucking doing that.
Yeah.
I think that was like
did
that
that
was
with
when we
my
were
sister.
just first started dating too, and like I could tell she was like, oh, I guess he's like a pussy. But like I'm just like, I'm sorry, like I gotta stick to my guy. I'm not like that. Like I don't care. You call me whatever you want, but like there's no way.
They literally put you on like a blanket with like a rope tie.
Like,
Like,
I
they
was-
just folded up over you.
I would die. Like I'm pretty sure I would die.
Just-
I'd have a heart attack, dude.
Yeah, like
I wonder
was
if
like,
people
I can't.
like buck on that.
Yeah, I would. I would
Fuck,
fucking
like
die.
flying.
There's no way. For the training for that platform thing, like I had to like drive it around the store and shit, and then like I had to go up into the store and go up like as high as it could. So like it's like I said, like 15, 20 feet maybe, like high up. And down there's a manual turn off. So like he's like, all right, just chill up there, and he turned the thing off, so I couldn't come down. And the manager like left me up there for like 5 minutes, just in the middle of people walking around, and
Just sitting so still.
Oh yeah, so still. My eyes were just like closed, and I'm just like breathing slowly. I was so scared.
Everyone in the store's watching you.
Yeah, I'm just like, don't worry.
is that man okay?
And then some people came out that I knew. I was like, let me down, let me down. And they're like, fucking let
They're gonna shake it. Oh my god.
They did fucking Ravage. Like this dude Ravage, who was my boy there. He's this big like fucking offensive. He played offensive line for like some D2 college in like Nebraska.
Yeah.
Like big motherfucker. He's probably like 6'4", 6'5", like 3 like just like
Solid.
big fucking dude. And we used to play in the back, like in the warehouse. Like I'd like line up like a defensive lineman and like try to get like like an edge rusher.
Yeah.
And he would do like a pass drop back, and I'd just try to like beat him, and he would just like toss me into boxes and shit. But I'd try to like swim and just like get around. Sometimes I'd be able to get an edge on him just because I'm a little faster, but like
Yeah.
most of the time he would just get like a paw on me and just like toss my ass.
Yeah.
But he was a big ass fucking line. But like he came out there and he was like driving the thing while I was up at the top of it. I was
Oh,
like,
my
dude, I was like,
God.
please stop.
That's crazy,
We were
dude.
cool though. Eventually, then my job went from warehouse to like some like I still was technically warehouse, but it was like a more inventory control role or whatever.
Yeah.
And I like worked with him, so I just got to like I'd come in like Monday through Friday and just like chill with him.
He tosses me every day.
It just sounds cool getting like tossed by
Yeah.
and do like a big pile of boxes. It'd be, like,
Drinks
really cool.
misses the tossing.
We just got to break so much like scrap stuff in too, because people come in and like recycle shit, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just get to like destroy old tube TVs and shit,
Yeah.
which I fucking love. I don't know if you know anything about me, but I like destroying.
Lands out.
You don't know Drake.
I used to do fires.
Fucking fires.
I want to do it in the fucking
That
store.
would have been so hilarious if Betty like found out about Drake. Are you starting fires?
Controlled fires. They're important.
What
I'm training.
They mitigate wildfires.
Control
Jensen's better stop starting fires.
Yinzins.
Uses.
Use his better stats.
She was like a Jersey girl.
Okay.
Jersey Hua.
Is that what she was?
Oh, she was a Jersey Hua.
Who was that girl that like Sonny was like? She looks like Danny DeVito's toe.
Caitlyn.
I feel like you got.
Yeah, you see it without makeup though. Looks like Danny DeVito's toe. That's what
You know what the worst part about that was? There was a day we all saw her without makeup. We're like, yeah, she doesn't. That's
But I guess otherwise she like.
But she like wore like I guess she like wore a lot of makeup, did her hair and shit. She's like one of those girls.
Okay.
Like probably the ones that go to the gym with like a full face of makeup
Yeah.
and all that shit.
Yeah.
But he said one time like a customer was like mean to her or whatever, and like I guess like was just kind of like berating her or whatever. And so I went up there and handled it, and then like turned around to look at her. And he said her like makeup was all right because she was crying, and he's like it was pretty scary. We just gotta block out all the places I like.
Yeah, we'll do like a
company names.
three listen.
Yeah, we'll take a lot.
But yeah, the TVs, Lansdowne did that shit too. We like were hitting them with like the golf clubs and
Yeah.
stuff.
And fluorescent lights, those are fun as fuck to break too.
Go to like an old
Like the tubes?
building
Yeah.
or like a hotel. that's like changing to like the flat screen TVs.
Mm-hmm.
Just go ham.
Dude, some of those TVs though, like, we'd have to like carry and put them in boxes and shit.
They're heavy.
That's how I split my fucking toe too. Like, remember when I had that dead toe for like 2 years?
dude,
That's so
2
crazy.
years,
That's
yeah.
so crazy to me that like that was like part of my life. I like think back on that. I'm like, I can't believe I lived.
Yeah.
Like, I literally, my toe. For everyone that doesn't, I had a hangnail that pretty much got infected, and I just kind of like ignored it because I was like, whatever, it's an infection. My body will beat this, and like pretty much like my toe was like throbbing for like a good 2 years.
Yeah, didn't you have to have
You got like
surgery
an
on it?
infection,
Yeah.
or you got like a bacterial thing, right?
No,
Oh.
it was just like literally just like it was like hot to the touch. It was just throbbing like pain, and like like on mild days it would be like all right, whatever. It hurt when I'd like walk. It's this one. It's better now.
Yeah, it looks like the other one.
But like on some days if I like
the nails a little.
yeah, it's still
it's
it's
like
still
goofy.
shorter. But on some days like I would stub it and that shit would like oh my god, dude. But like one day when I was working. I was doing the front shit like security. We'd have to help carry TVs in when people recycled it.
Yeah.
Some dude came up. He's like, "Hey, I got my TV. Can you help me?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." And we're getting out of the car, and no joke, like as soon as we get it out of the car, he just lets go. Like drops. I don't know if it slips or whatever, but it drops like square on my toe. And I was like, "Motherfuck! Shit, God damn it!" He's like, "Oh, did I get you?" I'm like, "Yeah, you fucking got me." He's like, "Sorry," and then we get it up, and I'm just like, "Fuck!" And like, I put it on the cart, and I was like, "I'll wheel it in. Don't worry about it." And I'm just like limping in, like carry this TV,
Oh my
and I
God.
call up someone to take my desk because I feel like my shoes like wet. Like I feel like I'm I feel like I'm leaking. So I like go into the break and I just looking like the nails like split and my toes just bloody as fuck. Got a chair for the rest of the day. That was pretty cool.
Oh my god, dude.
But again, like now this toe was already like if I stubbed it or touched it on anything, I wanted to cry. So I just dropped like an 80-pound like tube TV like directly on top of it.
Dude,
I thought I was gonna die.
I would have just left for the day.
Literally,
Yeah.
I had a pretty nasty nut injury that we'll get into in a later episode, maybe. Or this episode, I don't know. I guess we
Might
are
as well.
just killing
Yeah,
time.
yeah, whatever.
But, like, literally, I would take the nut injury again over dropping that TV on my toe. Like, for real. Like, it was, like, the nut was a lot longer period of time.
Yeah.
But the toe thing, like, in that second, in that instant, like, I thought my head was gonna pop. Like, it was literally, like, so much pain. Like, just rushed from, like, that point, like, all the way up your body to your head. Like, I thought, like, oh, dude.
I would have loved to see your reaction to that guy.
Oh.
Would
You
you
probably
call
thought I
that-
was gonna rip his head off.
Hands down, most painful. Like,
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was just, like, strictly, like, pain in that instant, for sure.
dude.
I mean, I've never broken a bone or, like, anything like that, but, like, dude, that shit. But that was literally the breaking point for me where it's like, I should probably go get this checked out.
yeah.
So then I went to like a doctor and yeah, they had to like they cut like all the nail away and like had to like basically what happens is because I was like talking to the doctor while he was doing it.
Yeah.
Just, like,
You're
kinda-
totally like doped up. You can't.
No, he's just Novocaine my toe, which is weird. Like you get Novocaine, it feels
did
like
it
it's
on
like
my hand.
swelling.
Yeah.
You know, like it feels like your skin's like stretching. It feels like you're like it's gonna pop. Kind of, it's weird.
And then you just don't feel anything.
Yeah, it's completely numb.
Yeah.
But like, so he's just like digging around or whatever. So basically, what like happened was I got a hangnail and I got most of it, but I didn't get all of it. And like, I got it like away from the nail, so it was like a foreign thing in my body, kind of like shit, like a
Yeah.
splinter almost, but like organic because it was still like growing. But like when stuff like that, what your body does is it puts like this like thing around it, like it's kind of like a scar tissue almost like thing. That's what the black was on my toe. Was
Yeah.
like that was like a scar tissue that surrounded the hangnail, which you would do with like a splinter that would help force it out. But since it's a hangnail, it's attached to me, it can't be forced out. So basically, like it formed around it, and then just like you couldn't get to the hangnail anymore, like with that. But it was still like hell infected, like all this shit. But like it was like so basically my toe like calloused in an infection, almost like in like that's why like I didn't get like.
It's a resilient body.
That's why I didn't get like you were saying like I didn't get like sick because my body actually trapped it in there, but it was just like pain, just like pain. Dude.
There's always a price, Drake. Can you think of like a worst, most painful?
Story?
I can think of like one. I don't know if it's
Do
the
I,
top, but
My Tampa story.
or you
Fell
hit
off
your
that
head.
balcony. Yeah.
That hurt pretty bad.
Yeah, I fell 30 feet off. I was trying to. I don't know,
That would have been crazy to just see like a man fall 30 feet.
It was, dude. I almost got kicked out of the hotel. I thought I was homeless, dude. I was so bloody that they thought I was a homeless man that broke into their hotel to use their pool. My face was like I had grapefruit like that.
And you're just like bleeding into the pool.
And it's just bleeding in the pool. They had to drain the pool. It was like,
sir, you have
there's blood
HIV.
all in the pool. No, but what was it? I was just like wasted. I was trying to get in the pool. And I remember like I went up to like my buddy and I was like, dude, let's hit the pool. And he's like, bro, it's 1 a.m. It's closed. And I'm like, no, man, we'll go to the 3rd floor. We'll go like hang off the balcony. We'll drop down. It'll only be like a 10-foot drop. And he's like, I'm gonna go to bed, but you try that. Yeah. So I go to my room. I put like, the only thing I take with me is like a towel, my phone, and like a speaker. And I ball it up all in my towel. In my room key card, and then I ball it all up in my towel and I throw it over because that way it was like I had to go fucking get it. So I like go to hang, and like as I'm going to hang, I go like way too fast. I just like fall, and then I like try to like kind of roll out of it.
So wait, you went from like you went over top,
over, and then.
So I was like, I'm going over the ledge, right?
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to like hang, like I just hung from the pull-up bar, but I don't hang.
you just slip.
Yeah, and I just like immediately go down. So I fall on my legs and I roll back onto my ass and then like put all of my weight on my left hand and just break it. So then and then I keep going. My momentum keeps taking me, and I just smack the left side of my face
On the concrete.
on the concrete. Yeah. And so I don't know if I was knocked out for like a minute or anything, but like I was so drunk and concussed that I had no idea what was going on. Like I had no idea like how much time like it was wasted there. But I remember I go into the bathroom and I just look at my face. It's just so much blood. And I take like there's like another towel in there, and I'm just like dabbing it all,
But you're like, what about you? Have you noticed that your hands shattered yet?
No, I don't notice till like the next day. So I'm just like dabbing my fucking head, and like I think I get it, but like really it's just like I stopped, like I just wiped all the blood off my face. It's still actively bleeding out, and I get in the pool and I like swim for like 3 hours. Like I'm in this pool for like a minute. I'm not swimming the whole time, but like I'm like towards the end I'm just like hanging off from the edge.
So you still go in the pool?
Yeah, I swim for a minute. I have like the speaker going.
Was it like
I'm
red with
blasting
blood?
Yeah, there's blood all over the pool. All over the pool.
Jesus.
So like eventually
Somebody got murdered in it.
oh, it looked terrible. And I'm like, I didn't swim for 3 hours, probably like an hour. But yeah, I'm totally exaggerating. But yeah, so I'm just like hanging. But like towards the end, I'm like like falling asleep on the edge of this pool, just like fucking like bobbing my head to music. And then I call like I get up and I get the phone for to call like not room service, the front desk. Cause I called them and I was gonna be like, yeah, hey, I came out to the pool like right before you guys locked it up. It's been like 4 to 5 hours. I finally locked it up, and they come up and the guy sees me. He's like, who the fuck are you? I'm like, I'm the dude that's like locked out, man. He's like, you're bleeding like all over your. He's like, did you fucking like break in from the street? And I was like, no, man. I'm here. I have my room key. He's like, no fucking way. Like you're definitely a homeless man. I didn't know shoes. I only had like shorts, like no shoes, a towel, and like I've looked rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a picture of your face?
I do. I don't have one anymore. My friend has one though.
You gotta get that, man.
I'll see if I can get it. But we throw it on the Instagram.
Yeah, that'd be a great title.
That's
It was bad.
Good thumbnail.
But,
a good one.
so they like take me. So like he takes me to my room.
Try to find
along
a
with,
picture of my
like,
toe.
I have a heart up there.
just build like a fucked up body.
Yeah.
Bring it your Gurkha hand.
So did they let you back to your room?
No, so they take me to my room. Now they have like security with them, and they're like, "All right, get into the room." So like I take my card, and it doesn't work like 10 times, like 10 fucking times. And they're just like, the dude like has his phone out and like about to call 911, and then like 11 times the shit works, and their tone like completely like switches to like, "Oh, we're so sorry, Mr. Isquith. Would you like a bandage and a bag of ice?"
I would love a bandage.
Yeah.
That's
So I
crazy
just,
they
like,
didn't give you one from the start. They're
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty
let's just
fast.
wait.
I think I could have sued them and like made some money if I
Probably could have.
Yeah, I could have been a millionaire right now, but
I feel like you like have a lot of situations.
Why
where
did you not
sue
just
and-
hop the pool fence?
I'm an idiot.
You thought it'd be better to go to the 3rd floor and fall in.
I thought about it earlier in the day. I did it because I remember being in the pool the night before, And I remember it was like tough to get in. Like I had to go this really weird way, and I remember looking at the balcony, and I was like, I could definitely jump that.
Not hang and drop, like straight jump that.
I thought like I could, and I definitely just perceived that distance like way off.
That's crazy.
But fuck.
Just to see you, like, your body hit, your hand
I'm
hit,
sure
and then your head hit.
Security footage of that is hilarious.
Yeah, dude.
But I had to go to like this meeting the next day, so I wake up. It's like meeting starting at like 9. It's like 8:30, and I'm like finally realizing what I've done to my face. I'm like trying to like scrub it, and like it's just scabbed all over. So now I have to like fucking go. And I go into the room, like everybody's fucking there. My boss like immediately stops like mid conversation and just goes, "Dude, what the fuck happened to your face?" And, like everyone in the room's looking at me, and I'm just like I fucking had to tell him this. I couldn't tell him like I got mugged or anything. I guess I could have.
You could have just said you fell.
Yeah.
I would have been like, I rented an Easter.
I didn't tell him.
I was like
also.
reaching
I
for
told him,
something
like,
above me and it dropped.
I told him I just fell at the pool, and then like later on he's like, "How did you just fall at the pool?" And I was like, "Well, I jumped at the pool." He's like, "You tried to jump into the pool?" I didn't try to jump into the pool. I fell off the balcony trying to jump to get to the pool. But that's where I noticed my hand was broken, because I like had to sit in this meeting and like type. I'd like take notes and shit, and my hand is just gigantic. And every time I press a key, it's just pain shooting on my arm. I'm like, the fuck is this? And I'm thinking like, it gets to a point where I'm like, I'm gonna lose my fucking hand. I'm gonna lose my fucking hand. I'm an idiot on this fucking trip. I broke my hand. It hasn't had medical attention. I've probably been concussed. Like, I'm gonna lose this fucking hand because of this shit.
Did you ever go to the doctor? Like,
I went when I got home. Like, because I had to fly home. Like
You flew fucked up too. Like your face all fucked up.
one of the funniest part about that story is that day I fucked a stripper in Tampa. That was like where that story happened too.
Was that before
with your
or
fucked up
after?
face?
Yeah, with my fucked up face.
Hand?
Yeah. That was that day. We went to a casino at night. I watched like every dude that I came with like lose like $1,000, which is like this one dude like he started playing blackjack, and every time I'd see him, he'd be getting like a new thing of chips. He'd be putting like $1,000 on the table, and I'd come back and he'd just have like his fucking head on the table, just like fuck. Yeah, that was the same thing.
So wait, give me the timeline. That was like the next day.
Everyone loved the story. Everyone thought it was hilarious when I started telling it there, and they were all just like, and we like celebrated for finishing the workshop for the week, and like people were like, well, what do you guys want to do? And we were like, let's fucking go to a casino. So we go to a casino, and then like from there, they're like, what do you guys want to go to a strip club? And I was thinking when they said that, I was like, dude, this fucking thing on my face, I'm gonna get so much attention to this strip club. So I was down. So like immediately when I heard that, I was like, yeah, maybe we should go to a strip club. There's pretty dope ones right here, right? So we do that, and then I go there, and then. I feel like I've told the story before.
You're so lucky you didn't break all this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You could like lost your eye.
Yeah, that'd be so crazy.
Yeah, it's I could have drowned in that pool.
Yeah, that too.
That's what scares me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
most.
You
That's
said
what
you were
scares me
like
the most.
bobbing in and out. Like,
That's what. That's what, like, dude. I fell asleep at the pool. I woke up, and that's why I left.
You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's not good.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
For sure. I can't believe you got in and like started swimming in laps too.
I was so determined to go to the pool, dude. That's all I wanted to do. That was what I loved about that hotel. It was just like
The pool.
after work, I'd be like, "Fuck!" Like I'm just chilling. In the
Just
pool.
got a nice pool.
Yeah, I like bring a dude. I just listen to music, be in the pool. That's all I want to do. That's all I do when I go to the beach. Is I just get in the hot tub and listen to music too. I'm not really that keen to the beach. Honestly, if I had a hot tub, I'd probably never do that. But
I like the beach.
I feel like the beach
Yeah.
takes something from you when you swim in it for too long.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
definitely like energy.
You're like, whoa, shit.
That's why I just like to go out there. I like go out there and like fight the waves for like 10 minutes,
Yeah.
and then I come out like
just
like a dog.
one
I just,
last
Yeah, that's
like,
not
I just like get a little like
one last thing about that story. Just the end of that is everyone in the strip club thought I was Jameis Winston
Ow.
because I told them I was Jameis Winston as a joke, and they thought like the chick thought I was Jameis Winston. Like when we went back to my hotel, to the point where she was like, "You don't look like you're an athlete," and I was like, "I'm not." She's like, "Oh, I thought you said you played quarterback thought you're Jameis Winston. I was like, no, I'm not.
They don't know who Jameis Winston is.
Yes, in Florida.
That's fucking
And this was like
terrible.
this his second or third year in the league when he was like kind of good. Yeah. So to
Did the face fuck up make them help? Did it help them? Because one, they couldn't recognize you, and two, you look like you got beat up.
But he's like a 6'4" black
guy. Yeah. That's what I'm
Because it wouldn't help you that much.
Yeah, like
we're like that's so I thought like it was obviously a joke.
Yeah.
And then to the point where she must have been thinking the whole night. She's like, "There's no way he's an athlete."
Do you think that's why she fucked you? Because she thought you were an athlete?
It might have been.
But you told her before you banged her.
Yeah.
So that's not. I mean,
Because she's like, I'm already here.
yeah, I gotta get
Yeah, I
away.
think that's what it was. It was just
It's just like, I'll just have sex with you out of just like, I don't want to have to leave now.
like crazy. 48 hours.
That is pretty crazy.
That's her fault, though. You're a stripper in Florida and you don't know like the starting quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'd be on the lookout for.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Brian, you got any like pain stories?
It wasn't really
Wrap
like
up
the Gurkha thing wasn't really like a pain story, but I'll just tell that one real.
That's just when you like slice.
I think
your
like the
hand.
biggest pain I ever had was like in the neighborhood. I was like riding my bike in like that area behind like the neighborhood. So there's like that big like kind of like where all that water drains,
Yeah.
and then you can see like 15 or whatever. I was riding my bike back there, and I like tried to hit this like there's this little not even like a ramp, but it was like a little dirt. Like, it was just a pile of dirt. And I was like, oh, yeah, I can... Like it's going to Matt Hoffman this shit. It's like, there's no way, ever. You see, if you saw it, you'd be like, you're an idiot for even trying. But I just did it, and the bike just
I would never say that.
out from under me. I don't know. Let me finish the story. But, yeah, so it just, like, I go... As soon, like, all... Like, I'm just pedaling, and then as soon as I hit it, just the bike shoots up, and I just get thrown onto my back. And, like... all the air gets knocked out of me, and I'm just like laying there like for like 5 minutes, like, and I'm alone, like nobody can hang out. I was like, oh yeah, I'll do dirt bike, idiot, and fucking.
You think you're about to just?
I was just laying there. I was like, fuck, I didn't want to pass out because like I just couldn't breathe, and I just laid there and tried to hold my breath for as long as I could. And I remember being there for like 20 minutes in total, just being like, I can't get up. I was like, fuck, I'm paralyzed. Because it's like you hit.
Did you knock the wind out of you?
I knocked all the wind out of me.
Was
and
it a
then
dirt
like,
bike?
No, it wasn't. It was like my bike. It was like a Huffy. Is why it was just like how I thought I could do that.
That must have looked a little.
And I straight, yeah. I mean, it didn't. It probably didn't look cool.
How old were you?
This was like 6th or 7th grade.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
You're like a 12-year-old that tried
Yeah.
to do something and
I
you
was
just ate it.
Yeah, it was like hot as shit, and I just remember laying in the dirt and just being like, "Fuck, it's so hot." And like I
Like when you got
screamed.
dingoes out here.
Yeah,
Anytime I
just
see
get
like, anytime I see
Dingoes
like,
eat you out.
just eat
Take
it.
your
Just eat
baby.
it. Just eat it.
Yeah, dingoes come take your baby.
Yeah, but I remember like
You know,
I was
even if you
straight
get
up.
that baby, right? Sometimes
They did take my baby. I was riding around with my
Well,
baby.
Man, hot stony, Drake.
Yeah. Sometimes a dude's better.
Oh, you're doing a Judd.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Nice.
Hey, you knew one too.
This is my favorite. This is the only one I know. I just remember the guy's face is so weird in the Man's hot stony.
He
I hope they do a Salem's Lot.
collects what he can, or tends what he can, grows what he can, something like that.
Shout out Judd.
Oh my God.
Shout out Jed. Dude, I'm reading or listening to the audiobook right now, Pet Cemetery, and like I know they're gonna die,
Yeah.
and I'm like pretty like
You're just.
I know I'm just gonna be
closer and
bawling at
closer.
my desk. Well, because like his wife just had her first heart attack, so I know she's gonna pass away soon. But like she doesn't get murdered. I know Judd's gonna get murdered, and I just know I'm just gonna be like bawling. And I'm pretty sure like when the kid murders him, he like, because like the Wendigo like is like that it's an evil spirit or whatever, and it like taunts like him with like his wife, like you're never gonna get to see her again. She's with me now, like shit like that.
Yeah.
So like I just be like working and like people are gonna look over at me at my desk and I was gonna be like weeping. That happened to me when I was listening to like Lone Survivor.
Oh my god.
And it was the part where like his buddy gets shot in front of him. He's like Marcus.
God.
You're just like sobbing and
Yeah, like hang up iPhone chargers and just like crying, like wiping tears away.
Excuse me, sir.
That book was nuts. He talks about like at the end where like he's like gets to the village or whatever, and he says his mouth is like so dry, like he's like holding his tongue in the middle of his like mouth because if he touches it to like the bottom or the top,
It'll
like
just stick.
yeah, it sticks and just like tears because his skin is like he says like paper. Like it's so dry because he hasn't had anything to drink. It's just like paper. He's been shot like 4 times. He's got like broken bones and shit.
Yeah,
It's nuts.
that's crazy.
It's gotta be adrenaline.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
It's crazy.
You're like fighting for your life.
When he gets there, do they immediately hook him up with like?
They get him like water and stuff. Yeah.
That would have
It's
been
like-
scary when he gets like his. Cause, like, that shit happens in the book where he gets like his head thrown on that slab and they're about to like dice him there.
When they first find him, I don't think so. I think they from
Yeah,
jump they know that because that's their like code. It's some like
No,
Muslim like
not him. When the it was like the guys like they were actually fighting like come to the town looking for him,
oh yeah
and then they're about to like do him right there, and the town's like nah.
yeah. Pretty dope.
That's some pretty cool shit. It's like the town. It's like we have to
Like an
protect
honor
him.
code thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool shit. You never see that shit on the news.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like Josie Wales.
But yeah.
Like it's the whole town.
I heard the Pet Cemetery, like the book is supposed to be like Stephen King's like dark as shit. So like I'll read this. I feel like it's gonna be though. Like,
Yeah.
with like the kid dying and shit. Because in the book
pretty
too,
dark.
like he chases the kid like into the street. Like he's like playing like tag or like whatever with the little kid, and he's like chasing him. So he runs out to the road and gets like hit because like of him. Stephen King said too, like it all came from like a real life shit too, because like he moved in a house near a road, and like his daughter's cat got hit first, and there was like a pet cemetery like there or whatever, and then one day he was like playing with his cat in the yard, but luckily he was able to like catch him before he got to the road. But he's like before like or like ever since then like I could never stop like what if I didn't catch him?
Yeah.
You know, like what lengths would I go to or like shit? Because that's what it's all about. is,
Basically,
like,
it's his like. What would Stephen King do?
yeah.
All of those things.
Because that's like the
inspired.
shit. Like if you could bring him back, like would you?
But they're gonna be fucked up.
Yeah, but like you don't even know. Like
Yeah, I guess
that's
you don't
the
know
thing.
after the first time, but
Yeah.
still, I don't know if I'd be able to bring him back.
But even like you know, it's unnatural though. Like even like
Yeah, I feel like
even
it
if they're
was-
back
can't be
the
right.
exact same person, you know, like
Well, I don't know.
There's
if it
something
was like
twisted about
if
it.
it was like you passed and then right now who you are is what came back, I'd be like, that's probably straight.
But that's
if
like,
you're like
but the thing is, like, it'd be different if it was like if someone died, you could press a button, they'd be revived.
Mm-hmm.
But like the thing is like you're gonna have to dig them up out of the ground and bury them in this other place, you know.
yeah,
So like,
that's probably pretty traumatizing.
yeah. So like you know, like what's coming back is like that corpse that like it's like some times past shit like that. But even if I was like the exact same and but like I was like a corpse, you know,
Yeah.
especially one that just got hit by like a semi.
That's also it's like how's that kid not
Like he's
mashed
put together.
potatoes?
Like that's what like part of like that's another part of it. Like he's like
Yeah, I
he's
guess he
like
did look
sewn and
like-
stitched back together and shit. Like he's like a mess.
So is that why the boy comes back like all nuts and shit? And
Well,
Well, he's possessed. That's
yeah,
why
it's like the Wendigo sphere.
But he looks like in the first movie or whatever the movie came out in the 90s. I guess he does kind of look like that part of his head looks like it's like attached to like this part of his
I think in the
face.
book he's got like moss and like mold and shit on him.
I would definitely like,
His like head stapled together.
but like the whole time isn't Judd warning him like not to do it?
Well, yeah. I mean he does, but he also like shows him it. Like when the cat dies, he shows him where like the thing is. But that's because like the Wendigo like possesses them, or like it can influence people, you know.
Yeah.
And kind of like lead them like that way. But he tells them not to do like the kid shit, because he tells them there was like a story about like some war vet came back that got like and like his dad like buried him at the cemetery to bring him back, but
Yeah.
he was like a monster or whatever. So he warns them about him, because that's like the whole sometimes dead's better. That's
Yeah.
where all that shit's from. What come down ain't gonna be the same thing that went up.
He's like a Louisiana guy kind of there.
It's Massachusetts. I don't understand like where that accent is from. Is that like are they rural in like
Sounds like-
Massachusetts
like
that?
It doesn't sound like that though. In the it's like John Lithgow, right?
Chicago.
It's Judd.
In the
In the new one, that's what
yeah,
I'm
I don't think he's as definitely
It seems like it's
the
just his regular.
the original guy's definitely though. He's the same one who's in My Cousin Vinny. Shout out to that with him.
Yeah,
whatever that
he's the
was.
Judd.
Yeah. A ute? What is a ute? A youth.
Yeah.
Rough match here.
Yeah.
Hey, boys, we're an hour.
All right, boys.
We'll wrap it up.
That's good.
Not road. Not road.
We're gonna go get high and not record.
Now, if you listen to this, Or listen to one time. Don't go reloading it. Sometimes some things are better. Listen.
Do you want to give a good goodbye as
Give
Judd?
me a Judd goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah.
Red, red, red. The soul. Alright. And the soul of a man's heart, it's stony. He grows what he can, and he tends it.
What are you ad-lib about?
Pretend to read like a Chinese man.
Compound chicken. Combination. It all comes in a combination. That's an interesting question. I don't like pork. Do you think I can substitute the pork?
I guess it doesn't work with that scenario.
I liked it.
What's a crab rangoon?
Well, cream cheese doesn't seem Asian. You sure that's what it is?
But like the baby comes back and Pet Cemetery comes back and kills everybody.